I'm going to split my hot take into kind of a twosies. The Mr. Beast live stream was awesome. The Super Bowl commercial from Pokemon, not awesome. And here's why. I'm going to hit you with it. Let's start with the Mr. Beast live stream. So live stream peaked at, I think it was around 580,000. I don't know if Whatnot has actually put out an official statistic yet. That was kind of like around the highest I thought I ever saw it. I think maybe 568 was actually the highest I saw it, but I think I saw somebody else say 580. But that's massive. I know on the live stream they were trying to, they knew that it was a record. They were, because Mr. Beast and Logan Paul were talking about it, and they were trying to figure out like what the next highest was. And Logan thought it might have been his stream at like 26,000 or something. My guess is there was another one in there somewhere that he just wasn't aware of or something, because I feel like they've had a larger one than that. But regardless, this blew everything out of the water. John's take last week, we are also not sure about, of whether or not the app broke, because I tuned in part of the way in between and it was completely fine for me, other than the giveaway button had some glitches, but that's like a function of the app.
There was a section or a time I sent it to my wife and she got the like a error page when she logged in at first, but it went away pretty quick of like we're over capacity or something. So that did pop
so they're
up.
probably just getting the servers up to speed or something.
Yeah.
But
it's like
it seemed like once they got
here, dude.
yeah, it seemed like once they got the giveaways rolling, the app was functional, it worked, things were going as it was supposed to be. I thought it was really cool in terms of showcasing the potential of Whatnot. Especially from a giveaway side, like corporate brands being able to go on there and say like, hey, you know, like Pepsi could show up and be like, we're sponsoring and we're going to give all this stuff away.
Here's a free jet.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm watching the documentary right now. If you guys have never seen it, go watch it. Pepsi, Where's My Jet? Really interesting. Yeah, like it really did show another interesting side of the platform, right? We've always thought of Whatnot primarily as a selling platform that sellers can do giveaways for their audiences to like keep engagement. Never really thought about like brands using it just merely for marketing, and beyond like Whatnot using it for marketing themselves. So that was kind of a neat perspective from it. They did do a pack opening on there for Pokemon and gave some of the cards away. They gave away, you know, the Charizard, things like that. Didn't really feel Pokemon-y. So like I know last time we had talked about what will it do for the hobby. I don't think much. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
they did a good job of bringing in different celebs for the different like categories per giveaway, right? They brought in Logan and Gary for the TCG side of things. So
I think it's gonna do a lot for Whatnot, bolstering Whatnot, getting more users on there, which by proxy helps grow the hobby, right? I think that's a great thing. But I think it was cool. I did not win the Lambo. Really upset about that. I think we could re-roll it.
One more time on the Bob Ross. I slept through the Bob Ross.
I didn't get anything. I actually tuned into the stream. We have a friend, Kai, lives down in Australia. He had posted on his Instagram story, winner, and it had Kai, winner. I didn't realize he had like photoshopped his name over it. I thought he actually won. So I went in the stream. I almost messaged him. It was like, "What did you win?"
Wow.
Because people were saying Starbucks in the chat, and I was like,
"The worst, dude."
How bad would it feel
I was like, "No way."
to win an iPhone during that whole thing instead of something cool?
Bro, to win anything would be nuts. You're literally like, I literally was sitting in my bed, because I know we had talked about like you can just sit in your bed. I literally was sitting in my bed on the phone, like, dude, what if I just won a Lamborghini? Maybe, you never know.
Did you have your location on? Was that maybe they didn't, you know, if Whatnot didn't see that you were
yeah. Well, here's what I will say.
Well, I wanted to mention real quick because you said 580,000 viewers. I mean, I think the over under when we talked about it was 100K or like 200K maybe, and then also, your question that we were like, is it going to compete with Logan Paul's next stream? And we were like, oh, no chance. He's going on his YouTube. He did 300K. It's going to compete with
it is, Paul. And that's awesome from Whatnot's perspective. I'm sure they love that turnout. Again, good for the hobby. Anytime you get a massive base of users, because I'm sure there were a ton of people on there that like know of Mr. Beast that have no clue about this hobby. And so like anytime you get more people engaged that don't normally engage, that's really good for the hobby. In addition, I agree. I think it's going to compete with the Logan Paul one. That's also good for the hobby. Like, it's good for them to feel a little pressure of like, this might not be the biggest talked about
I
thing,
don't
and we
think
wanted it
that
to be.
Logan's will be as big. Now that I've seen those numbers,
yeah, 500,000? No way.
It's not going to hit it.
How is that far
We
fetched?
don't know. Like, we don't know.
He did 330. That's not that far off.
Yeah, it's not, and the hobby's much larger now.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, look at the Google. Where's the Google trend sheet? You know.
Well, actually, I think we're below now COVID peak, but like
are we?
they also didn't do that. But they didn't do that at peak either. And like the hobby just in general is bigger now. So like, and Logan specifically is much more entrenched in collectibles now. So more of his audience would have curated in that direction, I would argue. So like, it'll be interesting to watch. Like, I don't want to turn the whole thing into a debate about whether or not Logan and Mr. Beast's whole thing.
Listen, this is an influencer pissing contest out here. What are we talking about?
Yeah. But I think it's good. I think it's really good for them to feel a little pressure of like, might not be the biggest thing talked about this year. Like that could be a bigger stream and that people would associate that as a bigger stream. Imagine. We need these people to keep feeling like they need to elevate and raise the bar and do more. And I do want to shout out, by the way, little tangent. I love the giving away of the legendary collection pack to each of those winners after the fact. Internally, you always got to hope they were going to do that no matter what the prices ended at. But that's not a cheap box to just toss those in, right? That's a very expensive booster box now. And for everyone,
pack now.
How much?
It's like a $4,000 pack now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, after this, it's probably be $5,000.
Yeah, and so you're talking over $100,000, that like of packs thrown in, and like those are really exciting packs to watch. I just saw a clip this weekend of somebody ripped one that got the double Charizard, which is insane.
Out of a blister too, right?
Yeah, I know it was a fresh pack. I don't know what it was out of, but like that's like the dream, dude.
I did Charizard. And then I saw the red behind, and it was Charmeleon. So I was so close.
I mean,
close.
still
that's close,
solid.
Yeah, that's close.
But it's still not cool.
No, I think that's dope. But
yeah.
I would like. Can you imagine the virality of that if they did it? Like, or even something insane like that, like a
somebody did the Gengar recently too.
Yeah, anything like that. I think that would be huge.
What about isn't it one? Was it one per pack or was it one per bidder that won? Because like there's like that one guy that is
one per pack. So the person that won 10 packs will get 10 legendary collection.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing a full box break equivalent to
while auctioning off a whole sealed case. And then I don't know what he's doing with the other 5 boxes from the open case, but yeah, crazy.
Yeah, and so that to me is really cool because also that means that's double the content. Like if they rip all those, that's double the content everyone's going to get to watch. Now you're watching 72 packs get ripped instead of 36, which means that stream is going to go longer, which means there's going to be more conversations, more interesting things. And we had talked about one of the big things for those packs was value to the people buying them, whether it's for their advertisements or just them being a part of it. That's 2 times the length now that they're going to get in that stream. That to me feels really cool. 2 times the length that they're going to get to be their message on camera or doing whatever, hopefully, like assuming it's done well, not just like a piece of paper read like before. So yeah, thought that was cool. So yeah, we've seen some evolutions there, and then we had the Mr. Beast Whatnot, which is really, really dope. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Then we went to Super Bowl Sunday, arguably one of the most boring Super Bowls I've ever watched in my life, but I won't deep dive on that because let's be honest, a lot of people, especially in this hobby, probably watch for commercials. And this year was really interesting because the rumblings of Pokemon's going to do another commercial. And we had seen a little teaser trailer of Jigglypuff on YouTube. And it was like, oh man, the last time Pokemon did a commercial was, it was the 2016 one, right?
25th anniversary, right? Or 20th.
Yeah, I thought it was
20th anniversary, 10 years ago. And that the commercial starts with the running up the hill, and
wasn't it the Pokemon Go commercial was the last one we had?
Yeah, that's the one. It wasn't Pokemon Go specifically, I don't think. It was just Pokemon, and it was like, I can do that or something like that.
I'm gonna get all the Pokemon commercials. Hold on.
Please.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like, I can do that, and like every person after it said, I can do that, like, and then the dad at the end says to the little kid, you can do that, and they go, I can. Like whispers it to himself, and like, but like the music keeps amping up through it, and it's like more like doing cooler and cooler stuff, climbing a mountain, kicking a soccer ball, doing whatever, and like and then like the battle, and the guy turns his hat like he's Ash and throws his Pokemon, and the guy and his kid on the couch watching the TV. And I remember that commercial and just thinking like that hit nostalgia feels for every person that grew up with Pokemon, watching that, wanting to be a Pokemon trainer, wanting to be a Pokemon master, loving the hobby from whatever angle you came from, TV show, cards, video games, whatever. That commercial resonated. And I don't know if they just got lucky, if they knew it was going to hit like that, if that was their intention, but they nailed that commercial. So going into this year, I had high expectations. We're in a bigger boom than what we were in 2016 by a massive magnitude. More people involved than ever, more eyes on this than ever, and nearly every commercial I had watched up till this point was terrible. So the bar was extremely low. And here's what I'll say. For me, this commercial was disappointing because it did not resonate with me like that original one did. But in like reflection of it and like looking back, even since we brought this topic up off screen of like, do we even want to talk about this commercial? I've changed my take a little bit because I think this commercial probably resonated with the younger generation, similar to how that one resonated with me when I saw it in 2016. And so maybe it's not quite as disappointing. Maybe I'm just not quite the target demographic.